Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad IKRAM bin Muhammad FARZEE. My matric card number is 2020813164. So today I'm with RUZAINI. We're going to present the task that given to us, which is part 1 and part 2. The movie that we choose for this task is The Social Network, which is a story about the founder of Facebook, which is Mark Zuckerberg conflict with his best friend named Eduardo and how they settle it. So for the first part is I was going to explain about interrupting. So there is 4 stage of interrupting in formal workplace interaction, which is the first one is match the energy of the other person. So when you want to interrupt a person, we have to match their energy, get high energy if they have high energy. If they are subdued and reserved, start your conversation there. So you want to roughly match their energy and vibe regardless of how they are feeling. If they are feeling happy, sad, nervous, furious or anything else, we just need to match with the energy. So the second stage of interrupting is to validate what they are saying, to make them feel heard and valued. When the issue is done, we can just nod along with what the other person is saying and respond with yes, cool, or that makes sense, among other things. So while they are speaking, we can validate them with our word and body language to prepare them for our input, which will follow on the third step, which is add value. So when we want to start talking, we need to offer something to what that the other person going to say, like a thought, a narrative, or opinion. You want to support their argument, or at the very least concede its validity. And the last one is we need to transition to the new topic, so that they will feel receptive to the new subject you want to address now that you have their attention, and they feel like you have been listening and validating to what they are saying. You can simply change the topic from one sentence to the next, since you are now the one speaking. So these are the 4 stages of interrupting informal workplace interaction, and my group have choose the social network movie. So based on what I explained earlier, I will show you some example. So based on the stages of interrupting that I have been explaining about earlier, I will show you some example based on the movie that we choose. So I choose a scene which Mark have diluted the share of Eduardo without his consent, and Eduardo have come to confront Mark about it. Sean interrupt their talk while pushing his idea on it. So how did Sean interrupt Mark and Eduardo conversation? First, Sean matched the energy of the other person. Sean matched the energy of both of them, which is angry and furious. And the second part is Sean validate what they are saying. So Sean validate the part where Mark's decision about diluted share is true and Eduardo is not co-founder of Facebook. Next, Sean add value on their conversation, which is after interrupting their both conversation, he said he will make Eduardo sign the paper about the diluted share. After saying that, Eduardo left. After Eduardo left, Sean chose to change the subject to a new topic, which is Sean suggests that they celebrate Facebook reaching 1 million user, which Sean said that they will party later. And that's how we interrupt a conversation in a formal workplace. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad RUZAINI bin ROSLAN. My matrix number is 2020813292. and I will continue the presentation about the next subtopic, which is handling and resolving conflict in formal workplace. I will explain what is the stages and steps. After that, I will take one scene from the same movie as my friend, which is the social network, to show the example of the steps and stages in handling and resolving conflict in formal workplace. Okay, the first step in handling and resolving conflict is to define the source of the conflict. We need to know the issue's root cause to make it easier to contribute to its solution. Give each party opportunity to explain their side of the story. It will help us to comprehend the situation better. For example, from the movie The Social Network, the woman is talking to Mark Zuckerberg's problem, which is the main character of this movie, and defining the source of the conflict in order to help Mark Zuckerberg to find the solution of his problem. The second step is to look beyond the incident. We need to know where this problem is originated from. We need to persuade them to look past the initial event to discover the true cause. For example, in this movie, the woman sat down and investigate why Mark Zuckerberg betrayed his friend and cut down his share from 30% to only 0.03%. The third step is to request for solution. This is the phase where we need to ask each stakeholder to identify possible solution for the conflicts. Ask each parties about their thoughts and opinions. For example, from this movie, we can see Mark is requesting for the solution from the woman to see if she can help with his problem. The fourth step is to identify solutions both disputants can support. We need to describe the advantages of diverse concepts, not just from one another's viewpoints, but also in terms of advantages to the company. From the movie, the woman is discussing about the possible solution for Mark Zuckerberg to clean his name and what can be if he didn't follow the solution. The final step in handling and resolving conflict in formal workplace is agreement. The mediator's job is to persuade the parties to shake hands and consent to one of the four steps that I mentioned before. A negotiated agreement is the ultimate objective. In the movie The Social Network, Mark Zuckerberg finally agreed his wrongdoing and accept the truth. Eduardo Severin, which is his best friend that he betrayed, received an unknown settlement. His name has been restored to Facebook as co-founder. So that's all from us. Thank you for listening.